there are plenty of places where you can go and learn how to kick and punch. There are. There's no, you can just go on Google and there are about 100, 150 of them. The reason why parents are taking their children here is because the overall picture that is painted by the mixed martial arts. All right? I can be on my feet and learn how to punch and kick, but what happens if a big bully tackles me? If all I ever did was teach my students how to defend themselves on their feet and then they slip, then what are they going to do? All right, and if they go up against a larger person at school, heaven forbid, something along those lines, the grappling aspect, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, is what is really keeping people, or getting people in and keeping them here. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is grappling. It's submission grappling. It's pretty much the most effective way a smaller person can defend themselves against a larger opponent. My instructor, the head instructor of this gym, weighs 135 pounds. And he does absolute open weight divisions where he competes against people 100 pounds heavier than him. All right, there are plenty of people who they're smaller. They're not going to be able to effectively strike someone much, much larger. But if they know how to grapple, if they know how to do the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, then they can still definitely defend themselves for sure. And Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was formed off of the theory that 90% of self-defense scenarios end up on the ground anyway. So if you don't know what you're doing, if all you can do is punch or kick and then you get tackled, you're going to be in a difficult situation. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and grappling, which is just one aspect of the mixed martial arts, because we do teach everything. They do learn the strikes and whatnot. But if there is a situation at school or something along those lines, if all my students knew how to do was punch and kick, well, that's all they could do in a self-defense scenario. That's all they could do in an anti-bullying scenario. But then they'd get in trouble. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and grappling and mixed martial arts in general, we can use that to diffuse the situation opposed to escalating the situation.